welcome. Shimoge here. Welcome to the first Woo! Welcome to the first ever edition of The Greatest Man Alive, also known as Kalakanu. Welcome. Here I just put up a headline that I want to get out, and then I state it and maybe do one or two other things, and after the 10-minute mark, I go do something else, because I was already on my way to go do something else. The 1-minute mark, I will put up a short just to be sure that I have reception here on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Anyway, full introduction. My name is Chimoge. That's my given name. My full metaphysically correct name is Chimoge Nke Rom. How do I know that? Because I pray. I'm not like you atheists and Catholics who shut your eyes and look at books all day. I actually engage with higher things. What else? My government name is Chimoge Chijoke Ibe. My alternate white structured name is Chimoge Chijoke Ibe Nwoko. Yes, every part of my white structured name is black. I don't have any white names. I'm better than my elders. Shout out to Anthony. Ooh. Anyway. If you're wondering, Ibe is a shortened version of the name Ibe Nwoko. Ibe Nwoko is a combination of a name given to my great-grandfather. This is paternal now, patrilineal to be specific, Ibe, and then the name of my great-great-grandfather, paternally, patrilineally, that is, Nwoko. My family, I don't like them, but I came out of them. And no, that's not an endorsement of them. I'm just saying I have to do some dirt when talking about who I am. It is what it is. But anyway, extending outside of my family, my lineage. Again, it's hard to identify members of my lineage. I'm sure I hate a lot of them too. To be honest, I don't like most people in the world. The world is terrible. Anyway, let's get to this. My matrilineage. Yes, I'm matrilineal. No, that does not mean that I hate all my other lineages. That's stupid. It's just, you have your Abrutu, your sit lineage. That is the lineage in which you sit. That is the lineage that moves most closely to you. But you're not only supposed to move with those who are close to you. And obviously, there are exceptions. This is overall. There are individuals in my patrilineage I'll be closer to than most other people. And that's all. And of course, you don't only engage with your lineage. But anyway, my matrilineage was born in the village of Mohafi in West Africa. My patrilineage, as a reference point, wants you to turn to the village of Urat, also in West Africa. They're both about 3 hours from each other. And the part of West Africa that is north of the sea and west of Central Africa. And no, I'm not going to mention lines on the map. Look up my villages. You're not just from where you were born. That's crazy. A lot of people today say, I was born in village X. I'm a person of X. Anyway, where was I born? I was born in the place that is now referred to as Southeast Washington, D.C., United States of America. What's its proper natural name? It's part of a larger obodo. Yes, I got this from prayer, called Rome. That is my language's version of the name Rome. What does Rome mean? The sector of Oshun, the shining sector. Yes. Take the E off of Rome, it might just be another language. Where'd I grow up? I grew up in the area around there. Where do I live now? I live in the Oshun of this world. The part of it that is commonly called Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, I was born at the beginning of the year that most people now refer to as 1998. Again, arbitrary, non-natural designation. I don't like it, but I don't know how else to get you guys to calculate. That's it. And I was born during Capricorn time. I'm a son of Capricorn. I'm a son of his son. What do I mean by that? The name Capricorn actually belongs to the father of the being referred to as Capricorn. The being commonly referred to as Capricorn now is Elulomiri, the comfort savage of explosion. Let me give two other facts about me. Random. One, I like carrots. Yes, I like carrots. Two, I do not like cloudy weather. I do not like cloudy weather. I've registered some comments. Thank you very much. Every comment is a blessing. I read comments at my discretion. And because people have commented, obviously people have viewed. I've not registered a viewer on the device yet, on the system. I guess it's a glitch, but every view is a blessing as well. Thank you very much. And the shorts are going up. I know I have reception. I am the head of reception. And I'm the head of the greatest man alive. Abu Monishi Kalakana. Look up KALU space AKANU. That is the name for the God of Thunder. That is the name I prefer to use. It comes from a segment of language that people commonly today refer to as Igbo language. Look it up. Yes. Anyway, what was the title of today's live stream? What is the title of today's live stream? The partial U.S. government shutdown must be ended. Why? Because that is our Allah. You all know me. I think that the U.S. government is very flawed. At the same time, you all know me. I was thinking of a gummy bear to squish, but let me just squish it in spirit. Let me not mention the gummy bear now. But I've been disrespected by some gummy bears on this subject before. You see, you all who know me, no, I'm not one of these idiots who's always out here just randomly screaming the government is bad. And I'm not an anarchist. You need leadership groups, okay? What we call now governments are flawed versions of leadership groups. You need them. It's just they should be structured differently and they should operate differently. Nonetheless, because I know they should exist, I'm not one to randomly just blame the U.S. government for literally everything. Especially because the U.S. government has existed for a minority of human existence, and our problems are thousands of years old. Okay, anyway, with all that being said, the government is flawed. At the same time, because of the situation in the world today, it should maintain basic functions so that one, its workers can get paid, and two, the rest of us can predict what it will do. And I finally registered a viewer. Thank you very much. You see, I haven't read every detail of the partial shutdown, but I've been seeing headlines about it of late. Funny enough, I didn't see headlines as soon as it happened, but I've been seeing headlines of late. I'm going to dig more into it. But I've been seeing a lot of talk of airport closures and then, of course, people in general not being paid. This is unacceptable. There has to be a way to resolve disputes in government without shutting it down. That is childish. And that is Kala Kanu for today. That is the greatest man alive. Open up the government, pay people, maintain basic functions, and do not produce shameful headlines because there is a disagreement about funding or whatever. There has to be a better baseline. Thank you very much. Anyway, Kalakana. Abu Monishi 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 Kalanana Mana. Yes, I'm just going to be saying things to hype myself up. Please also patronize my business. Patronize my business. I'm a man of many jobs. I'm in the process of adding more work. And no, it will not look like what most people do. What most people do is they run around like gummy bears with legs, getting squished by their boss. They get fired by the boss, they run to a new boss, and they get squished again. And they think that is what is called work. And they think the word job only applies to something that a gummy bear squisher, and I'll say an unjust gummy bear squisher, because me, I am the gummy bear squisher. There are a lot of unjust gummy bear squishers out here. These unjust gummy bear squishers have these job hunters in a loop. Okay, you shouldn't work a quote unquote job that destroys you, especially in the first half of your first 100 years of life. I'll say it like that. A lot of people pre 50 are not on track, and I'll just say it like that. And then there are a lot of people after that who are off track, and well, we're just giving them too much mercy. We have too much mercy on our elders in the world today. I'm not a person of injustice, but I'm also not a person of mercy. Mercy is necessary. Mercy is the love of my life, but she's still a different person. I don't do what mercy does. For mercy to operate, we need the God of thunder. Anyway, what am I saying? I'm in the process of adding more work, but that's because no one should do just one job. But on that note, this job you see here, my media company OZ Bangwoko, and this subset of it, of course, Shiboge's comments will be up forever. Patronize it. Buy my art. Buy my merchandise. Subscribe on Patreon. And donate. You can donate on PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. In short note, you can also subscribe, and these are paid subscriptions, other places other than Patreon. But I always highlight the Patreon subscription because it's the most comprehensive. And of course, you can subscribe here on YouTube. Anyway, thank you very much. Let me go. But once again, the partial U.S. government shutdown, also known as the partial government shutdown, although that's vague when talking internationally, there's more than one government. We have to be international when we're speaking about ASEAN leadership things. The partial United States government shutdown must be brought to an end, and just do it in a simple way. I don't care. Thank you very much. See you next time. Shimoge here.